from UCLA, Terry Jefferson, is going to come and speak to you guys about preventive care, and I'll let her introduce herself. She was recommended by our lovely and dedicated partner, the Girls Club of Los Angeles, and Gloria Davis. So, you know, Gloria Davis is very in the know of what's happening on the ground, the grassroots part of, you know, Los Angeles and the community, and so she definitely recommended this presentation, and we are happy to have Ms. Terry Jefferson.
We're here for you. When did you start? Today. We got one more chase. Gotta pick it up a little.
Okay, let's try that again, girls. Can you turn down the volume a little bit?
Just got two.
You got it. Okay. Just turn this down just a little bit. I don't want any extra feedback. Well, again, my name is Terria Jefferson. I'm actually the outreach director for the Girls Club of Los Angeles. And this actually initiative is something that we're in partnership with UCLA as far as preventative care. So our goal is to get information out. We want you guys to not only be educated on the things and your choices and resources that's available to you, but we also want you to know some of the issues that's plaguing, you know, our community, especially the 55 and older. Now you guys might look at it and be like, what is this young girl talking about? Somebody trying to tell me something, but what I wanted to let you know is that I love grandparents. My grandmother, she passed away, but when I tell you she was the apple of my eye, she was the apple of my eye. She actually passed away from one of the preventative things we'll be discussing today. So the goal is just to inform you about early detection, and the more informed we are, the better decisions that we make. So, and it's the name of my project is going to be Pursuit of Happiness. As you can see, HAPPI, according to the UCLA, is an acronym. It's Healthy Aging Partnership and Prevention Initiative. So the goal is we want to be able to partner up. And from here, you guys are going to be able to learn a little bit more about some of the things so that you guys could potentially be partners with UCLA and doing different things like that, just educating the community. One other thing, I didn't even acknowledge it. I am in Pepperdine with these foster grandparents. Now, working with Gloria, I know about you guys, and I've seen you guys work, and I've seen that you guys are magicians. So I wanted to first acknowledge that, because you guys are truly the unsung heroes in the classrooms. And I can only imagine what a back rub and consoling and homework help and just being, you know, someone's inherent big mama or big grandpa. You know, I can only imagine what that means. So for that reason, I wanted to first take a moment and make sure that I acknowledge all of the work that you guys are doing, and you are appreciated greatly. So these are some of the things we're going to be discussing. Pursuit of Happiness. As you can see, we also added the N.E.S.S at the end, which is Necessary Education for Successful Seniors. Some of the topics we'll be discussing is what is healthy aging? Preventative health care, responsibility and accountability, the facts and issues, solutions, and effective problem solving. Now this is going to get interactive because you guys are too quiet for me. Okay, so don't worry about being successful, but work towards being significant, and success will naturally flow. The reason why I picked this particular quote is, of course, I love Oprah, but but she's also over the 55. And most importantly, what you guys are doing in the community every day is significant. You know, you guys are impacting lives one child at a time. And so I felt that was one of the quotes that kind of moved me, so I wanted to share. The secret of healthy aging. I would like a hand somewhere. What do you guys think is the secret for you guys looking so fly and so fantastic?
Staying active and by the grace of God.
She said staying active in the grace of God. All right. Yes, ma'am. Activity. So what do you like to do?
Well, working with the kids for one thing, and actually just walking, I love cooking, I'm always cooking. Anything I can do.
Yes.
Exercising and eating the proper food.
Yeah.
I love that. Is she walking too?
Morning walk every morning.
Now, you know, in California, how many of you guys go to the beach really though? Because you know the pictures on the beach, but how many of you guys actually go to the beach? Okay. Okay, now you had your hand up with the hat. Yeah.
A cocktail every evening.
Right now. Wait a minute. Pepperdine is a dry school.
Is there anyone else? Anyone else? Oh, yes, ma'am. You're right. I said it.
Staying informed.
You're right. Knowledge is power. We're going to discuss that a little bit further into the presentation. Yeah, if you use it, it is powerful. Amen. Amen. That's it. You know. You know. So I kind of did a nice little thing for you guys, and it's interesting. I want us to kind of tie this in, so I want you to be able to see what you guys were saying and what's here. So they say healthy aging, of course, is the exercise, which is the walking that we discussed. The social activity, getting involved, which is what you guys do all the time in these schools. Your diet, proper nutrition is essential. We already know that. Sometimes it's just good genes. And as I can see, there's a whole lot of good genes around here. Everybody looks really nice. And then it says productive pursuits. So is anybody in music, or is somebody, doing other things that also increase your productivity? So just make sure that it is outside of not just kind of volunteering and things like that. Make sure that you do the things that God has gifted you to do. So make sure that you use it before you lose it. We know that this is the aging process. We know that. But the beauty of it is, because I had such a wonderful grandmother, I look forward to this. I genuinely look forward to aging. I think in every wrinkle it tells a story. I think in everything that you see moving forward, as you notice, her aging wasn't even that serious because of the proper food, proper nutrition, the vegetables, the nuts and the berries and all of that. How many of you guys do eat all fruits and vegetables, or mostly fruits and vegetables? What? Okay. So what do you guys eat, rice? That's a grain, So obviously we need more hands, but we'll talk about that later. Now this is just the faces of what the over 50 is looking like. And as you can see, 50 is looking better and better. So I think we should also pat ourselves on the back, because that shows a lot. You're looking at, I think Iman is about 60 something, this beautiful goddess right here. I had to snap this picture and keep it. I thought it was so beautiful. But Angela Bassett, most definitely. Staying healthy, balanced diet, proper exercise, get adequate sleep on a regular basis. You don't sleep good? You have a lot on your mind?
No.
It may be diet. So sometimes a lot of that, the inadequate, sleep could be nutrition. Immunization, screens and exams, and approach for healthy and holistic treatment. So mind, body, and spirit, important. How many believe aging is a state of mind? Are you just thinking on aging? So I'll tell you my view. My view is, I genuinely believe that you are, even though we're getting older every day, I think in your mind, if you feel a certain age, you can also exude that in everyday activities. Because I've seen some well-spirited older people, and I was like, oh my goodness, I just can't wait. Like, I can't wait to hit 70. I can't wait. If it's going to look like this, that's what I want. So for me, I love those types of things. So now moving forward. Wisdom is in knowing. So when you were saying that knowledge key point, these are some of the things that we're going to discuss. So constant state of gratitude is the new attitude. I think that we should be grateful that we are breathing every day, that we are moving every day, that you are doing things every day. I went to a surrogate grandmother's funeral just yesterday. But she lived a long life. She lived 94. So just think of that. That's amazing, right? So, and I mean, that's just yesterday. So for me to be here amongst all these wonderful grandparents that are contributing to society is amazing. So that's another point of gratitude. Being open to learn more is a commodity. That's wealth and knowledge. Appreciate the aches. You might be like, what are you talking about? Appreciate aches? Are you crazy? Leg pain, back pain, and joint pain. I would always say, the one reason why I say that is because my grandma used to say to me, she said, oh man, my legs hurt. These knees, these bad knees. And then I was like, oh grandma, what do you want me to do? You want me to rub you down or something? And she said, no. She said, because I earned this. I used to walk to school. I used to be a freedom fighter. I used to maneuver and do this. These legs have been walking for 70 years. You know, that's a lot of wear and tear if you look at that. Back pain. I remember she told me that she said, the back pain is from me carrying my family for so long, bearing children, those things. You look at that, like she said, embrace it. So when I say be in a constant state of gratitude, I mean that in the terms of we have to be grateful for all of that.
And then my grandmother would tell me if I didn't feel the pain, then I'm dead.
Oh, yeah. All right.
So she would always have that kind of, well, I'm thankful I can feel that ache. You know, I'm not paralyzed in that leg.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
That's true.
And that goes back to the gratitude. Even though you have a pain, you still gotta be grateful.
Yeah, 'cause at least you can feel it. There's some people that can't, right? I love that. Keep each other accountable. I love that you guys are so sassy. Like I love the questions that was being asked earlier, and I love the fact that you guys. Yeah, I love it. I think it's amazing because for one, it shows me that you guys are sharper than a whip and a razor blade and everything else. Create a village of health and wellness. I really want for more hands to go up when I say, you know, fruits and vegetables and when those things happen. I want you guys to be accountable for each other because this is important. This is really important. Because as you already know, they don't make food like they used to. And remember, health is the real wealth, you know? It really is. I don't know about you, but I know a lot of people who is really rich when it comes to their health, you know? So that brings me to the next point. The impact of improved cancer screening. So they say 1 in 3 cancer deaths could be prevented with earlier detection. That's 1 in 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is important. I want you guys to just understand the magnitude of some of the things that's being said. Because even though I'm telling you this, I don't think that you understand that I'm trying to inform you. You understand? You have to be able to take ownership in that. Okay. 99% 5-year relative survival rate of early stage breast cancer. So the people who died from breast cancer, they're not saying that, oh, you know, you're going to just die. No, they're saying if you would have screened it in enough time, there would have been a relative survival rate. My grandma didn't get breast cancer until she was 72. That means she went her whole life. Not nothing, not even a cough. But one, she was too dramatic, so I think God knew that she couldn't be sick. But also, when she got it, it was like she soldiered through it, the whole process. And she caught it, and she lived maybe 5, 6 years. To where, imagine if she would have waited, I would have had that notice, you only have 6 months. Even though we know we're on God's plan, ultimately, I think that we also have to take ownership in what we do. Early detection saves lives. You guys can do your own mammograms. You guys can do your own not mammograms, but your own breast examinations. Men also get breast cancer, so let's keep ourselves informed. And it happens at any age. I know someone who was 26 and she died from breast cancer. So let's just, let's think about that. Breast cancer. Breast cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths among women in the U.S. Second? That's crazy. I was thinking maybe like 5 or 6, but it's second. 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer in their lifetime. So when we say 1 in 8, we're just gonna look around. And there's probably some in here that have survived breast cancer as well. Early detection, again, saves lives. Nearly 3 million breast cancer survivors in the U.S. alone. So early detection has been saving lives. This is just proof.
I'm a 16-year survivor.
Look at you. And when did you, was it early detection? See what I'm saying? Look at that.
And my doctor always tells me, she said she gave people the same treatment she gave me, and they done passed away. So I'm still here.
Amen.
Thank you for that blessing.
Yes.
And thank God that you're here. Promoting healthy aging. It is important. You gotta remember, as grandparents, that meant that you're somebody. And so it is important for us to be able to promote that and know that we're living for beyond ourselves. We have legacy that you're really living towards. So just, make sure that you're promoting, even in your house. Make sure you're letting your daughter or your son know. Some of the risk factors: race, aging as we get older, family history, diet, a lot of chemicals. As you already know, you ever look sometimes when you walk into certain garages or different places like that, certain stores, and they say, oh, you're at risk of such and such, and it's like, just because you put that disclaimer there don't mean that it's right, But again, there's chemicals in our food as well. So just also put that, just understand what that means. A lot of hormones, back to food. So we have to be responsible reading labels. Colon cancer at a glance. That's the number 3 in cancer killers. Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer-related death in the U.S. The second leading. That's breast cancer, and then it's colon cancer. On